Guns in America. Over the weekend, after yet another deadly mass shooting, the question once again on everyone's minds was, is there anything that could have prevented this? Now, usually the answer to that question is complicated, but in the case of the Odessa shooter, it's pretty obvious.
New details of the deadly mass shooting in Odessa, Texas. Officials revealing now the gunman evaded a federal background check to get the firearm he used in the rampage.
The gunman who killed 7 people and injured more than 20 bought the gun he used from a private seller, not a licensed dealer. Authorities in Texas have said the gunman failed a gun background check in 2014. And tonight, several law enforcement officials tell NBC News that's because he had a disqualifying mental health issue. But a private sale does not require a background check.
Okay, this is just ridiculous, people. If you fail a background check in America, you can just go buy a gun from a private seller who doesn't have to do a background check? That doesn't make any sense. Can you imagine if they had that loophole at the airport? Huh? The TSA agent is like, all right, step into the machine, put your hands over your head, and you're like, actually, I got my ticket from a private seller. The TSA agent's like, all right, oh, yeah, well, that case, go through, yeah. I mean, the solution to this problem is simple. Universal background checks. And it's not a fringe idea. 93% of Americans support universal background checks. 93%. You know how high that is? I don't even remember the last time my phone battery was at 93%. But because the president avoids gun control like it's his other daughter, universal background checks are stalled in the Senate. Luckily, though, while the White House is thinking about other measures, they have this proposal to stop mass shootings.
The White House is working with the Justice Department on a new death penalty bill.
The White House wants to expedite the death penalty for people who are found guilty of committing these kinds of mass shootings. And today, the Vice President's Chief of Staff confirmed that the Department of Justice has drafted legislation that would do just that.
Okay, I'm not sure that the death penalty is the right response. I mean, half the time, mass shooters have already written a manifesto about how they can't wait to die for their delusional cause. In fact, if you really want to deter them, there should actually be a law that if you're caught, you have to read your manifesto live at the Apollo. Yeah, that would deter people. It's like some kid on stage is like, and that's why I believe the white race to be superior, and oh boy, this was a huge mistake. So, while the Trump administration is dragging its feet on real solutions to gun violence, action is being taken by America's real leaders, the corporations.
In the wake of the mass shootings and growing pressure to act, the nation's largest retailer, Walmart, has announced big changes when it comes to the sale of guns and ammunition.
Now, the retail giant is taking steps it hopes will curb gun violence, halting the sale of ammunition that can be used in large-capacity clips and military-style weapons, stopping the sale of handgun ammo, and ending all handgun sales in Alaska, the last state where it still sells them. Another big change, Walmart and the grocery giant Kroger now asking customers in open carry states, please do not bring your weapons into their stores.
That's right. Walmart won't sell many kinds of ammunition anymore. And they don't want your guns inside the store. Yeah. So from now on, people who go to Walmart are just going to have to tie their guns up outside like a dog, you know? Just be like, who's your good gun? Who's your good gun? The AR stands for adorable rifle. Yes, it does. For more on the latest push for gun control, we're joined now by our senior gun safety correspondent, Jaboukie Young-White, everybody. Jaboukie, clearly Americans can't count on the government to take gun control seriously. So what can be done to address gun violence?
Oh, Trevor, you silly little bitch. We don't need gun control. We just need to decrease gun ownership.
Okay, but how do you decrease gun ownership without gun control laws?
Easy, Trevor. We just need to make guns gay.
Okay, wait. I don't understand. As far as I know, guns don't have a sexual orientation.
Well, not at the moment, Trevor. Not yet. But I just read this study that says a lot of straight men don't recycle because they're worried it makes them look gay. So we just need to harness that same toxic masculinity and just direct it toward guns, you know, sweet gay guns.
But how do you get guns to seem gay?
I mean, because guns are gay. Like, right off the bat, guns are what? Long, hard, the best ones are black, and... And where do people keep their guns, Trevor? In the closet.
You know, yeah, I get what you're trying to do, but for Americans who own firearms, guns aren't just like guns. It's a community of masculine hunters and freedom fighters.
Yeah, and we need to point out how gay that sounds. Like the right to bear arms. I love bear arms too. You're gonna have to pry me from his cold dead hands, you know what I'm saying? That's safety right there. And even the names of gun laws sound gay. Concealed carry, that's like every username on Grindr. The law might as well be called Assbreaker 37. You know? And stand your ground, that sounds like a Kelly Clarkson gay anthem. I'm gonna stand my ground because I'm out and proud. Like, it works.
Okay.
It works.
You know,
It works.
I think I understand your plan. Like you're gonna make guns gay, so then straight men won't want them anymore. So they're gonna give the guns to gay people, and the gay people are gonna hand them over to the government.
No. Gay people keep the guns, and then we run the country. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stand my ground
Jaboukie
because
Young-White,
I'm
everybody.